Because girls are players too. Hey y'all, hey, welcome to Tootie Talk Sense, and I am Tootie. So it's been a lot that didn't happen since the last time I done been on here, y'all. But I'm not gonna go through everything. I just want to talk about the latest three things today, which is the Don Lemon getting fired, Tucker Carlson getting fired, and what Morgan Freeman said about Black History Month. So first of all, let me tell y'all about my weekend. So this weekend, y'all, my weekend was full. So Friday, it was my cousin's birthday. So I went out there. We had the tacos night. It was, I want to say ladies' night, but it really wasn't ladies' nights because it was men's mixed up in there. My other cousins, her brothers and stuff came. So we party. You know, house party, Southside style. You know, hang out. But that was fun. So then Saturday was the fight. So I'm watching the fight, baby. And we had the drinks, we had the food, we had a good time. Co-workers came over, friends came over, family came over. So we was drinking and playing some spades because we black. That's what we do. Anytime there's a get together, we got to bam, put cards down like that. So that was another fun night, baby. So when David said, now my oldest daughter was down here too, y'all watching the fight. I got this hair thing on my doggone arm. But my oldest daughter was down here watching the fight too. Now, when he hit him in that, gave him that sad punch and his nose started bleeding, I looked at, I said, "You remember that? Because next time I tell you wash them dishes and they ain't washed, you get ready for it. You better God, God, sad, because I'm gonna be yeah. But I'm just playing. I won't hit my daughter. So then on Sunday, we went to Endless Mimosa with the same cousin for Friday. Endless Mimosa out in it was close to the downtown area in Chicago. That was fun. The music was lit. I think it was called Highland or High Life or something like that. Y'all in Chicago, good time, good music, good food. It's a buffet style, and then the mimosas is just endless. That was also nice. So then today I get up and I'm going to work and everything. I tired, boss. So I was tired from the weekend, but still got to go get this money. So I'll get up, go to work, and usually at work, I'm listening to my YouTube, catching up on what's trending and what's going on. I see that Don Lemon then got fired. I'm like, what Dunn did, y'all? What Dunn did? And then while they were reporting on Dunn get fired, it's breaking news that Tucker Carlson got fired. I'm like, yeah, yeah. Tucker Carlson ain't my type of character, so I'm like, no big whoop with that. So with the Don Lemon, I'm gonna see if I can pull up his post that he posted about him getting fired and try to read that to y'all. Hopefully it will come up. Let's see. Hopefully that will come up. So let's see. Can y'all see it on y'all stream? It's kind of small, but I'm gonna read it out. So he said, this is a tweet on Don Lemon Twitter page. He said, I was informed this morning by my agent that I have been terminated by CNN. I am stunned. After 17 years at CNN, I would have thought that someone in management would have had the decency to tell me directly. At no time was I ever given any indications that I would not be able to continue to do the work I have loved at the network. It is clear that there are some larger issues at play. With that said, I want to thank my colleagues in the many teams I have worked with for an incredible run. They are the most talented journalists in the business, and I wish them all the best. Now, I'm going to see if I can pull up this other one because CNN, like, he misspoke. I don't know why he's saying what he's saying. It's inaccurate statements. He's giving inaccurate statements. I'm like, man, ain't giving no inaccurate statements. Y'all know what you did. You know what you did when you did what you did. Let's see. So he was fired. Let's see. I thought I had it up here, but it doesn't look like I did. Because I got all these. Yeah, I got 101. Got 101 tabs open because I want to say what CNN said the limit. inaccurate. Hopefully that'll come up with the first thing. Yeah, that's what it says. CNN blasts Don Lemon for inaccurate claims about his firing. That's what the headlines is. This is the New York Post. Let me see if I can share it with y'all so y'all can see what exactly what I'm looking at. And I'm sharing all this and I'm giving credit, so it's fair use. I'm sharing all this. It is CNN. So now y'all should be able to see the article. I don't know why there's a lag, but so CNN accused Don Lemon of lying on Monday after the Fire anchor claimed that none of the network top brass reached out to tell him he was out of a job. Lemon, who final month at CNN, has suggested earlier in the day that he was blindsided by the news of his dismissal. Don Lemon's statement about his morning event is inaccurate. So this is what CNN is saying. Don Lemon's statements about this morning's event is inaccurate. He was offered an opportunity to meet with management, but instead released a statement on Twitter. CNN in a statement posted on his PR team Twitter account. So that's what CNN said on their Twitter account. So they're pretty much saying, yeah, he lying. So we told him he could meet with management, but he was, instead of meeting with management, he went on Twitter. And I'm like, I won't blame him. Y'all ain't finna. That's just it. All black people like, don't fire me at the end of the day. Fire me at the beginning of the day so I can go home and enjoy my day. That's what Don Lemon was like. Y'all finna waste my time and call me in no management office when y'all didn't already fired me. Nope, up and go on this Twitter and tell them that y'all done fired me. And I'm finna go on about my day and y'all deal with the fallouts. So, and here they said high profile scandals because I was reading that Don Lemon apparently was, there was complaints about from the women and Don Lemon at CNN that said that Don Lemon was not kind to the women there. And there was also backlash from a remark he made, I want to say in February, when he was talking about the Democratic lady who's running for, who wants to run for the presidential term coming up. And he said, I think she's 51, and he was saying that women are out of their prime, and the prime in their 50s, they out their prime. He's saying that the prime for women is usually like 20, 30s, and sometimes in the 40s. So he received all type of backlash for that. Y'all go look at that statement I just read y'all now. Now I told you that's on his Twitter. Go to his Twitter and look at his comments. There are so many, and from what I seen, it was mostly white people. There's so many white people. They're like, you done met your prime. Oh, we're so happy. We're gonna celebrate. I said, what did Lemon do to piss off these doggone white people? Because, baby, they here for all the smokes. They so happy. I'm like, I want to see if that's gonna be the same. If they're gonna give that same energy to Tucker Carlson. Now, Tucker Carlson was fired. And I'm going to see if I can pull that up. Why this thing is lagging, I don't know. So this is New York that did an article on it. I just like to state who different things is. So I believe this is New York Times, where they have an article about Tucker Carlson getting fired. So it says Fox News part ways with Tucker Carlson. Y'all see that? Fox News part ways with Tucker Carlson after the Dominion settlement. The announcement came less than a week after the network agreed to pay $787.5 million. Y'all thought Tasha K defamation at $4 million, baby. This 787.5. Laugh at that doggone $4 million. That $4 million ain't nothing compared to some $787.5 million in the defamation lawsuit. Now, let me finish reading. I got distracted with that number now. Let me start over, baby. I can't even imagine. Fox News better tell them I ain't got it. So Fox News part ways with Tucker Carlson days after the Dominion settlement. The announcement came less than a week after the network agreed to pay $787.5 million in defamation lawsuit in which Mr. Carlson show, one of the highest rated on Fox, figured prominently. He was said to be surprised by the move. Here's the latest on Tucker Carlson departure from Fox News. Fox News on Monday dismissed Tucker Carlson, its most popular primetime host and one of the most influential voices on the American right. The network made the announcement less than a week after it agreed to pay $787.5 million in a defamation lawsuit in which Mr. Carlson's show was one of the highest rated on Fox, figured prominently for his role in spreading misinformation after the 2020 election. So I wanted to see, what is this Dominion lawsuit that they getting this $787.5 million. I said, how much defamation did they do? I don't know what is this Dominion lawsuit, because y'all need to give me more information about that. So it's Fox News settled with Dominion at the last second. They paid more than $787 million to avert defamation trial over its 2020 election lies. Fox News reached the last second settlement with Dominion voting system on Tuesday as the case raced towards opening statements, paying more than $787 million to end a colossal 2-year legal battle that publicly shredded the right-wing network credibility. Fox News $787.5 million settlement with the Dominion voting system is the largest publicly known defamation settlement in U.S. history involving a media company. The deal was announced hours after the jury was sworn in at the Delaware Superior Court. Rumors of a settlement swirled in the courthouse when, after a lunch break, the proceedings dramatically grounded to a halt for nearly 3 hours with no explanations, while the parties apparently hammered out an encore. The parties have resolved their case, Judge Eric Davis says, before dismissing the 12-member jury, crediting them with giving the parties an input, I don't know what that is, to reach a settlement. They praised the lawyers from both sides and graveling out the so-called media trial of the century before it could even begin. The groundbreaking settlement represents vindication and accountability. Dominion lawyers Justin Nelson said, for our democracy to endure for another 250 years and hopefully much longer, we must share a commitment to facts. Today represents a ringing endorsement for truth and for democracy. The right-wing network said in a statement that it acknowledged the courtroom ruling finding certain claims about Dominion to be false, referring to Davis' recent ruling that 20 Fox News broadcasts from late 2020 contained blatantly untrue assertions that Dominion rigged the president's election. But Fox won't have to admit on air that it spread lies about Dominion, a Dominion representative told CNN. So they saying that, they're going to pay the money and everything, but as part of their settlement, they don't have to go on air and say we lied to everybody. And said we ain't finna take accountability for none of that. Y'all finna blame that January 6th and everything. No, we going to pay this money, but what we not finna do is admit that we was just up here lying for that whole time, and we continue to lie. We're going to hold that lie, but we're going to pay all this money. So I'm like, is it a big coincidence that Fox News, that Don Lemon got fired? And they saying he got fired because of the women and that in your prime stuff. And then this lawsuit gets settled, Tucker Carlson get fired. So they're like, yeah, he one of the biggest rated, but I don't know how much money you're going to bring us in if we have to pay $800 million. Now, I seen this interview that was with Don Lemon with it was with Andrew, what is the homeowner, the 84-year-old homeowner who bang bang the teenage boy for ringing his doorbell. And I said that story, Ralph, what's his name? I think Ralph Yar was his name, is his name. Because thank God the boy, he let him have it twice. So it's conflicting stories. One is saying that he, bang bang through the door, and another story is saying that he opened the door, and then, I'm gonna just say shot. He opened the door, shot, and that one was in his head, and then while he get out on the ground, shot him again in the chest. Some people are saying chest, some people are saying arm. I'm like, I haven't got the full story yet. But the Lemon, and I want to say this was maybe 4 days ago, that he did an interview with the grandson of the homeowner. And the grandson was saying that his granddaddy is racist. But he also mentioned that Fox News, that all he do is sit around and watch Fox News 24/7, and then it'll get up in their mind if you just watching that 24/7. And I said, Fox News like, oh no, we just pay $800 million. We ain't finna pay no another $800 million because y'all out here spreading all this false information. So let me see if y'all can. And I'm like, I wonder why nobody haven't said that. I said, now, I have to also say allegedly, because this ain't nobody connected this. This is just me watching stuff and thinking like, that's a big ass coincidence that they, that both of them getting fired on the same day. This is after this, and then Tucker Carlson get let go after the settlement for them spreading that false information. Then Don Lemon do an interview with the homeowner grandson that mentions Fox News and spreading false information. So let me put up
innocent Black people. The prosecutor in this case has suggested that there was a racial component to it. Do you believe your grandfather is racist?
I believe he holds racist tendencies.
Racist tendencies.
Why do you say that?
He's just a stock American Christian male. It's older, that's just how they are. Yeah. It's the conspiracies and weird
American
random
Christians, man,
racist things they say, and it doesn't make sense, but they're just scared.
Now, listen, you're generalizing a lot here about, you said older Christian white males, but what do you mean by that? What do you mean they're scared? Talk to me more, please.
Mention Fox News.
I feel like a lot of people of that generation are caught up in this 24-hour news cycle of fear and paranoia perpetuated by some other news stations. And he was fully into that, sit and watch Fox News all day, every day, blaring in his living room. And I think that stuff really kind of reinforces this negative view of minority groups and leads people to be doesn't necessarily lead people to be racist, but it reinforces and humanizes racist people and their beliefs.
Now, apparently, correct.
I said with that, let me remove this, y'all. So with that, y'all heard what he just said. He sat there and watched Fox News 24/7 and just galvanized the racists. Fox News like, no, we is not doing another lawsuit here. They is not finna get us because I'm thinking that could be used. Now, I'm not a lawyer, y'all, and this is I'm not a lawyer. It's all allegedly, right? I'm thinking that Fox News is thinking, they like, that could be used right there as the family, may bring us a lawsuit and use it as Fox News, like store it up, unrest, and that in their station, this man watching their station is a reason that he did what he did to the boy. And I'm like, I don't know if the family could come after Fox News for that, because I'm like, that's a big coincidence, y'all. Big coincidence now. Now, okay. Also, last week. Now, I didn't get on here last week. I got a whole bunch of things that I wanted to talk about for last week, and then if I have time this week, hopefully I can get back on him and go over some of the stuff from last week, like Jonathan Majors being all everywhere and getting dropped from every doggone thing. I said I think probably Geico even dropped that man, but I said people were saying that Morgan Freeman don't subscribe to Black History Month and African Americans. So I was like, Morgan Freeman been around for a long time. That doesn't seem like something that Morgan Freeman would say. So I'm like, no, I want to see what he actually had said. So I'm like, I found an article. So what it was is it was actually he did an interview. So it was pieces of an interview, but I didn't find the whole interview, but I found some of it. So I'm like, I'm gonna share this. Let's see. So it says Morgan Freeman criticized Black History Month and the term African Americans. So when I'm watching it, I see a lot of people saying that, oh, well, Morgan Freeman got too ugly. What is he supposed to mean like about that? He don't want to be called African American. What is it if he ain't African American? I was like, no, that sounds like a clickbait type thing. But all the other commentaries that I seen about it, I'm like, they didn't really dive deep into it. They just took the headlines and commented off the headlines. And so when I actually went into it, what is actually saying Morgan Freeman criticized Black History Month and the term African American. But when you read the article, let me make sure that y'all can see what I'm looking at. Yeah. So when you read the article, it says Morgan Freeman recently criticized Black History Month and the term African American in a rare interview reflecting on his life and career. While speaking with the Sunday Times of London to promote his new movie, A Good Person, the veteran actor identified Black History Month and the term African American as two things I can say publicly that I do not like. Black History Month is an insult, he said. You're going to relegate my history to a month. So I'm like, yeah, that sounds more right. He's saying, yeah, as much as we did, and I don't think they go into detail here, but there was another, I think it was a London article who he was pretty much saying that, Black history is American history. So you can't delegate it for 1 month and talk about Black history when Black history is all throughout the history of America. And I'm like, and if you actually think about it, that's not a bad thing to say, because with these people who's trying to get rid of critical race theory, even though it's not even taught into schools, it's something for college age kids. And then I was hearing that, in Florida, they trying to, not teach the Black History Month, but I don't know exactly what all that law entails. So if you do it where that it's taught all throughout the history, because all American history includes Black history. In the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, from when we first got over here to how America became a powerhouse, a world global power, is because of the slaves, the free labor, things of that nature. So if you actually doing it chronologically and you put in actually the American history of what actually happened, you don't have to delegate it to a month, because we all throughout the whole cycle of American history. So he's saying if that's a spit in our face to say it's 1 month, to just give us 1 month instead of teaching it all throughout history. Then he say also African American is an insult. He continued, I do not subscribe to that title. Among his issues with the latter is that people say Africa as if it's a country when it's a continent like Europe. Sunday Times senior writer Jonathan Dean expanded on Morgan's statement by pointing out the terms such as Irish American or Italian American are used to refer to white people, not Euro American. So what he's saying is that you're going to clump all Black people and say African American, where white people in America, they're called Irish, they're called Italian, they're called, Greek and Armenian and things of that nature, where you're just calling us African American. So he said he do not like that term. Is it Black people have had different titles all the way back to the N word, and I do not know how these things get such a grip, but everyone uses African American. Freeman said, what does it really mean? Most Black people in this part of the world are mongrels. When when reminded by Dean that fellow actor Denzel Washington once said, "I'm very proud to be black, but black is not all I am." Freeman replied, "Yes, exactly. I'm in total agreement." He said, "You can't define me that way." So it's not like he's all I'm not African American. He said he's very proud to be black and he's happy to be black. But I didn't like I was watching different commentaries and people in the news bringing it up, and they would just bring it up as if Morgan Freeman is against Black History Month and he don't want to be called African American. That ain't what it is. He said he's more than just, he's proud to be black. He loves to be black, and our history is more. It should be more greater than just 1 month. Like, all right, Morgan Freeman, I'm with you. I hear you. Yeah. So that's the two things I want to talk about. That the Don Lemon and Tucker Carlson then got the boot. Now, news articles reporting that Don Lemon got fired, and they said Tucker Carlson, have ended his career or is no longer would be, but they ain't nowhere they said he got fired. So I don't know, was it Tucker Carlson choice or was it CNN choice? Like, because if it's CNN choice, then he got fired just like Don Lemon got fired. I said, as far as I know, I haven't really seen a statement by Tucker Carlson, but I don't follow him like that either. So maybe he put it to it out. I mean, maybe he made a tweet or something, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, my house is quiet. I put them kids to bed. I didn't work. I came home. I didn't cook. I didn't clean. Then took my baby to dance and came back. Then they got to eat them bath and had them in the bed. Now the husband's up there asleep. The kids asleep. The house is quiet. I said, give me this quick little video in. Talk about Don Lemon and Tucker Carlson and see if anybody else seen that video of the grandson and think that that's a big coincidence that the grandson saying about this white homeowner watching Fox News 24 hours a day. And then the lawsuit that they just settled on for the $800 million. Because I'm like, what is, if these been accusations against Don Lemon, so because when the part of them saying they think part of it was that he's saying women are in their primes in 20 and 30s and sometimes 40 when against the lady who's running. And I'm like, that happened in February. He came and apologized for that. So that should have been over and done with. But I think it's more accusations about the way he treat women at the company, at CNN. So I'm like, unless they done dug into that and they found some evidence of that and they're not sharing it with the public, where is this coming all of a sudden? Where's this coming from out of nowhere? So things to make you go, Yeah, but that's it. I'm finna go here, go to bed because I got to get up in the morning. Okay. Y'all have a good night. I just want to have a good night. I just want to have a good night. I've been partying too much, y'all. I still hear songs and shit in my head. But I'm going to go ahead and get up in this bed. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. Enjoy your night. Peace out. Don't forget to like, comment, or subscribe. Not or in. Do all of them. Do the like, comment, and subscribe. Not or, y'all. Give me all three, okay? Talk to y'all later.